And this is the most important tip I had, so thank you so much. Hey guys, welcome back to another Chiefpep video. This week we're going to continue to find the cause of that Cam seizure. So welcome back everyone. So first of all, thank you so much for all your replies. It's unbelievable the involvement and the engagement that I have with this engine problem that I bumped into. And I'm so happy with you guys because you really gave me really good input, things to think about, to check. And perhaps together we kind of can fix this Cam seizure and find the problem which caused this seizure. So first of all, to also give you back that I really do something with your comments, I want to take out some of those comments and have a look together and answer them while I'm in this video. Okay, so let's dive in a few of those comments that I had. They're here in my display in my dashboard, and so they're also from other videos, but we'll just pick them out, which are the comments about the seized camshaft. This is Alec. Alec says, hey, it's a long shot, but have you considered that the exhaust configuration around the rear cylinder may have contributed to the overheating or the seized camshaft? Now what he's trying to say is I have this really narrow, the manifold goes immediately around the corner. I had exactly the same type of exhaust in my scrambler, so I don't think that this is so. And another few comments also told me the rear cylinder gets more hot than the front cylinder. This is true, but it's not that I really revved it up or anything and that it didn't have enough cooling or whatever. So I don't think that is the cause, but it's a really interesting reaction. Yeah, and a lot of people also explained what the name is of, I called it the particles, which all dropped in, and yeah, I have a lot of reaction on that. Thank you for that. And also like the catastrophic failure, as Matthew here tells me. Indeed, it's a catastrophic failure. Let's see, investigate more. I may be wrong, but I struggle to see the crankshaft banjo bolt with only one drilled hole, says Mark. Now, this is not only Mark that's telling me about the banjo bolt with only one hole. You are all talking about this bolt. Yes, this bolt has one hole and it's the original bolt, really. I will also take out the bolt from my donor bike, and you will see that that is exactly the same bolt. And the question is it drilled all the way? And this is something that I'm going to inspect today. And as I can see, I see a hole in there, but it could be that it needs to be drilled all the way down. And as I look, it's the first time that I look at this bolt, by the way, and it has kind of a small hole in there, and it's the drilled hole from this side. But I also ordered a new bolt from CMSNL, which is the site I always use for original parts, and so that I just, to be safe, have an extra one. Okay, the plug looks like the silicon plug. Yes, the silicon plug that media blasters use. This is Mark Lindsay, that media blasters use to keep from getting media into places like oil ports. Indeed, I am almost sure that this was from the wet blaster. As you might know, in other videos I show you that I wet blasted this engine to have it so clean. And I am for 95 or 99% sure that that plug, that gray plug, was from the wet blaster, and he tried to close a certain hole. And maybe this was the cause of the oil seizure or the Cam seizure, that oil couldn't come where it should come. Okay, so thank you so much, Mark, for that reaction, and a lot of other people also. It's .inc. I don't know what his name is. He says like, hi Chiefpep. There are likely several contributing factors to the seizure of the camshaft bearing. Oil starvation due to a low oil level, and perhaps low oil pressure from the pump itself. Really interesting that he said that. There is a certain other video that I had when I started for the first time, and oil was flooding from the top because the banjo bolts weren't tightened yet. I forgot to tighten those and it was flooding from there. So I think the pressure is okay because it came out with loads of amounts on the front. So I think the pressure is okay. But he also said, additionally, you mentioned that you had run the engine without rejetting the carbs, which can cause overheating in the top end. I don't know if that's true. The rear cylinder gets a little less airflow, making it a first candidate for overheating. As I told earlier, I wasn't really revving it up or anything. For your test ride, you did give it the beans. I didn't. I think I gave only like 10 or 20% gas out of the 100%. And he even recalls that I was very impressed by the performance. Well, that was just a performance in the first 10% of giving it gas, because I'm really careful with those pistons. So I wasn't revving it up. So I don't think that was the cause of the seizure, but thanks anyway for that interesting insight. If the oil, Freddy says, if the oil level was really low, it could be that the engine was overheated. The rear cylinder is the first victim. Everybody's telling you the rear cylinder is the first victim. On the other hand, in all the forums like Viragotech forum, everybody has the problem with the front cylinder with the seized cam. So I really want to try to focus on the cam seizure specifically. I don't think there's a cause of overheating the engine and that it's seized due to that. So yes, of course, I will replace the valve. Freddy says I don't think if the valve is still intact, you don't need to, but I will. Now, outside the lines, he's called. He also did his research. Thank you so much for that. He searched with me together on the forum, and he says, I went to the Viragotech forums and researched your cam failure, and the general opinion is that the banjo bolt was incorrectly drilled. Well, everybody is saying that. So they did agree that there is only one hole in the lower, so he also found out that it was only one hole, but then mentioned that the crush washer, and this is the most important tip I had, so thank you so much for outside the lines. I don't know your real name. He says that the crush washer between the two oilers was nudged to allow oil to flow to both lines. Also, they had pictures of the bolt with the correct drilling, and it looked much larger than the hole in your bolt. The moderator of that forum said that the bikes with the incorrect hole size all had cam seizures around 15 to 20,000 miles. Not trying to pester you, just hoping to help. Now, I think that I will leave it to this comment because a lot of other people said kind of the same, which is really interesting. Yeah, a lot of people also told about the oil pump. Oh yeah, and other people also told me that I have a different rear shock. And so you have to measure your bike horizontal. I know, of course, these things, but they try to explain that due to the fact that I have a different rear shock, the stance and a different wheel size and front fork, the stance will be different, and that's why I couldn't watch the oil level in my glass, in my viewing glass. Well, the stance is absolutely not that different compared to the normal stance, because the rear shock is exactly measured so that the shaft is horizontal, because you never can have that shaft in a different angle because then it will overheat. So the rear is the same, only the tire sizes are different, but they they match up together. So the stance is normal, and the fact that I had over like 3.1 liters in my engine must be enough. Everybody told me as well, don't worry about that. There was enough oil there. And also the fact that first thing, what happened with the banjo, with spilling all the oil, was a proof that it was enough. So again, thank you so much. So about pressure rings, which are in between, I used these. And these are obviously just generic copper rings that I have. And it could very, very well be that those are too close to, or maybe were a little bit off place, that they were too close to these oils, to these holes, and therefore stopped the oil from going through there, and therefore not letting enough oil go to those other to the oil lines. It could very well be. So what I did, and at CMSNL, I also ordered the original rings, which are just still available, because those have 3 kind of plates, so that the oil ring stays exactly in the center. And that could very well be an important thing. And the same goes for the top ends, because there I also use these pressure rings, but there, as you can see, the oil line goes straight on the hole, so I don't think they will matter, but still I just ordered new ones to be safe, better be safe than sorry. Now another thing is I've ordered a lot of other things as well, and this is very important, my oil bearings, or my new bearings. Now I just received them this week, and these are the bearings which I will use instead of the normal bearings that I have in the camshaft. And this is an upgrade that everybody is telling each other you should really do this upgrade when you have the chance, when you have doubt of your cams. These are just normal bearings that you can order everywhere. It's a 6205 bearing, and you can use the 2CR or 3CR. That doesn't really matter. And they have a rubber seal on both sides, and I will show you. I haven't seen them yet, but these are the bearings. And they should be exactly the right size for in your cam. Here, like, I haven't fitted them yet. This is the first time. They will go in just like that. Now, what I always do is I would put them in the freezer and then they just fall in, but they are exactly the right size for your camshaft. And this will go over here and will fit your camshaft just like that. Now, this is a completely worn one, so instead of this hideous thing, fixed bearing, what I really think is that this is a matter of cost efficiency, because obviously these bearings are cheaper than these bearings. By the way, I think these bearings costed me like $6 or $5 or €5 or whatever. So yeah, and one person also told me you shouldn't upgrade to those bearings because they cannot handle the weight of these cams, well, or the pressure of these cams. Well, these bearings are industrial bearings. They can like really handle a lot of pressure or whatever. This cam doesn't do so much, so don't worry about that. Now what I will do, I will pop out one of the rubber rings. So I leave one rubber ring, but the other one I will take out. And that rubber ring that I take out will be the outside here, because the gear will be here with the oil, and it will splat oil constantly. Here, there will be a lot of oil here. It will splat the oil just inside the bearing, so that the bearing keeps oiled, and yeah, so that it can do its job. And this will make life way easier for the camshaft. So if anything happens with the cam, whatever, it will keep on turning in that bearing, in that ball bearing. Now in the back here, you could also modify that if you like. Put a bearing there, a needle bearing, I guess. But I won't do that. Won't be doing that. That's a little bit too much. So I'll just leave it with this this ball bearing. So this is a really important upgrade. What I will do, just to be sure that this doesn't happen again. I will also change the front cylinder, of course. I will also upgrade to a ball bearing there. So that's the first thing. And I also have another package. So this is the other package that I received. Only opened it just now. And let's see what we have. Oh yeah, I have new spark plugs. New spark plugs because I just want to change them, and the spark plug of the rear cylinder really looked horrible, and if I'm going to change it anyway, I'll just change them both. Now, of course, new oil. This is also something that was really a discussion. Which type of oil should I use? I use the recommended 20W40. Why? Because if you have too thin of oil, that also could cause some trouble. So I just went for the original oil, and new oil will go in there. Now I also ordered a complete new gasket kit. Why? Because I needed those valve seals anyway. So I thought, okay, let's just order a complete new gasket, because I also want to have my cylinder heads to have a new ring to make sure that everything is closed, and the side cover seals. Why not? Because I don't want any dripping oil bike. And also new gaskets for my exhaust, just to make sure that those are closed as well, and maybe some rings here and there. So I just thought, okay, let's just order for those 40 euros that it cost, or 45 euros I think, order a whole new set. I thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and put on that notification bell, because I'm not really consequent when I'm uploading videos. So you better put on the notification bell so that you know when I upload my videos. In the description below you find a lot of different other videos, or you can find videos here in the corner, and this is, by the way, the subscribe button. So yeah, you can see all my other videos that I made way before. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.